Coming up on Hawk TV, we take a look at students traveling around the world,
a junior recovering from a stroke,
and boys soccer going through playoffs.
This is Hawk TV for Friday, March 31st. Good morning, Hebron High School. I'm Cole Phillips.
And I'm Hannah Mobley. During spring break, Latin teacher Courtney Herring traveled with 3 students to Italy. I got to take a closer look at opportunities coming up to travel abroad. Over the years, students have been given opportunities to travel to places so that they can get out of the typical classroom setting. During spring break, senior Georgia Neal got to experience Florence firsthand.
I was so excited. I've been studying art history for years now, and I was very excited to be able to go to the places where all the great masters studied.
These trips are used for learning experiences. Students aren't required to know anything about the places they're traveling to.
I think that any opportunity to go and see the world and learn, and especially in a place that's not exactly the everyday that we see around here, I think it's an amazing opportunity for them since the world is so big and we only have so little time to go explore it. Every ruin has a story, and every landmark or every historical figure, even with your limited information on history, you still know enough about it to appreciate all of the stories behind it, everything that happened at that place.
Teachers who travel with them hope that the students will return with a new knowledge of the world around them.
I think a student getting to go and live or spend time somewhere else with other people that don't live the way they do or speak the way they do is very beneficial, because when they come back, they understand better not only their own culture and their own people, but that there's a whole world out there that they may not have known about. You know, they may have seen it on TV, but to be immersed in it is a very big deal.
Another opportunity to travel abroad is with chemistry teacher Danielle Berg. She plans on traveling to Hawaii, the island state, home to archaeological sites, volcanic cones, marine life, and World War II memorials. Students will discover Hawaii's royal beginnings and Polynesian traditions.
I think that any time that you take them away from their normal setting and you take them away from anything that they're used to, they're going to open their eyes and see the culture. I know Hawaii is still considered in the United States, but they have a big culture that's not like anything that you'll find in the United States. They have a very big Polynesian culture, which is a lot of things that kids haven't seen before. I haven't even seen it before, so I'm excited about it.
The trip will be early July in 2018. Reporting for Hawk TV, I'm Hannah Mobley. Now back to the studio. The opportunity to go to Hawaii is open to all students. For more information, go to Ms. Bird's classroom in 2340.
The Academic Life Skills Group started cleaning classrooms in early September and have continued to do so every Wednesday. Kamira Bell takes a closer look into how the program works.
The ALS program has cleaned over 200 rooms so far this year.
When we got started cleaning this year there was a shortage of cleaning staff, custodians. And we were looking for job opportunities for our kids for job training. And Miss LaRock came up with the idea that y'all could help clean the school. So we took it and ran with it, and we've done it every Wednesday of the school year, and it's a great experience.
Despite some students' initial concerns, the students are saying they are benefiting greatly from cleaning.
We're a little hesitant at first, but they know that Wednesday's our cleaning day, and that's what we do first. And it's all documented in a logbook, what they do, so they can reflect on that and see how far they've come.
I like to have clean rooms, also get a job, or like clean the school. It's classroom for the teachers.
We clean classrooms every Wednesday. We work hard and we learn lots.
In addition to providing services for the school, Cummings says that it also provides life skills for the students.
We do this as a service to the school, but it's also a service to our kids, because in life they'll have jobs. They have to follow directions. They have to be able to take directions. And it gives them good skills for learning how to clean. They're going to have to clean wherever they live, whether it's at home with a parent, in a group home, wherever they live in their own apartment, they'll have to clean. They've really come a long way. We've really been proud of them. and they have fun doing it.
Reporting for Hawk TV, I'm Kamira Bell. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Kamira. We'll be right back. Welcome back. On October 21st, junior Isabella Zambrano suffered a stroke at Whataburger after performing with the Silverwings at football's game against Euless Trinity. I got to take a closer look at the story.
All of a sudden, I was in line. I'm not really sure if I ordered my food or not. I did. And all of a sudden, I couldn't feel my legs. I started feeling really dizzy, and I started to say weird things to my friends that didn't make sense, didn't correlate at all. So they were kind of nervous, and then when I said I couldn't feel my legs, I apparently fell to the ground. There was a police officer that night, so she immediately went over. They called 911, I believe, and everything from there I just didn't remember until I woke up in the hospital.
Junior Isabella Zambrano suffered a stroke while at Whataburger due to a large blood clot in her brain that had been growing since birth. She went into a coma for 3 weeks afterwards. Since then, she has gone through 4 surgeries to remove the blood clot, after which she was unable to move or to remember much about herself.
It was really disappointing, and I was really frustrated at first, and I had therapy at the hospital for a while, and my parents were told that I probably couldn't ever walk again. I probably was going to end up being blind at one point, and I'm glad that none of that happened. I'm glad that, during therapy, the therapists were really just surprised to see that how I was actually doing everything opposite of what the doctors had told my parents.
Ever since the incident, friends and fellow Silverwings Katia Ramirez and Allison Rutherford have been there to support her.
We were just now getting home from the football game, and it was an away game, and I remember I was super tired, and the next day I was actually leaving to go on a college visit. And so normally I always go with them to Whataburger, so I didn't go that night, and that's probably one of my biggest regrets was not being there that night when that happened. But as soon as I found out, my mom and I were on the first flight home.
Well, I try to go 1-2 times a week, depending on how our schedule's allowed. But the first couple of days, that weekend, we were there every single day, just taking turns with the different people visiting and stuff. But it was just kind of hard seeing her in the coma the first couple of the first 2 weeks. But after that, we tried to see her. And it was hard because she didn't remember a lot of things, but we had patience with her, and it turned out for the better.
Despite being a life-changing experience, part of it can be seen in a very positive light.
Oh yeah, I think for sure. I think after all of this, you realize who's there for you, and who is your comfort system, and who are your true friends. And honestly, I think Isabella and I, and especially Allison as well, have gotten so much closer because of this, and it's definitely brought us together. And it was really, really tragic what happened, but in the end it's turning out for the better.
I have a newfound just as myself appreciation for the friends in my life and the people in my life, because you see these things happening to people on TV or in movies, but whenever it's someone that you're so close to, it really shakes you. And so moving forward, I appreciate my friendship so much more. And me and Isabella have gotten so much closer through this, and we've really created a friend group that I think is really awesome, and I really enjoy being around her, and I think that, as hard of a situation as this was, there was some good stuff to come out of it.
Zambrano is still in the recovery process. She's had to drop a class, miss a significant amount of school, and driving is still not something she can do. But with the support of her friends and the school, she's looking forward to the rest of her high school experience.
First of all, I would like to say thanks to the football team for dedicating that game to me, and When I was in the hospital, it really motivated me. I was actually like in bed, and my parents showed me the picture of one of the guys' helmets where it said Isa on the back, and it just brought me to tears. Like, I was really like surprised to see how like much the school knew about my situation and stuff. And from that day on, I told myself I needed to get better. I needed to get back to school as soon as possible after all of this was done. And not just them, Color Guard, they helped my wings out. They supported them, and I remember, I think my captain told me that like they told the team that if they had lost one of their members, or if their members had gone through the same situation I had, then they would have been really upset too. So it was kind of like a comfort to them. And I just wanted to thank all of the teachers that helped out, everyone that donated money, and shout out to my friends like Katie and Allison. Like, they around the school, they made the team Isa bracelets, and everyone bought them, and just having all that money donated was really, really helpful. Even the team Isa shirts, like, that was amazing. Yeah.
Reporting for Hawk TV, I'm Cole Phillips. Now back to the studio.
Zambrano looks to continue with Silver Wings and to graduate at the end of next year. With March Madness drawing to a close, I took to the halls to test the knowledge and opinions on the tournament of the people at our school.
I'm Cole. It's Cole on the concrete. Let's go. I'm here with Samantha Herndon and McKenna Chamberlain, here to answer some questions about March Madness. Here we go. All right. Who was the very first winner of the NCAA championship tournament?
Kansas. Kansas.
South Carolina. I don't know.
Take a guess.
I don't know. That's a good question. I think it was UCLA.
It was Oregon. What year was the first NCAA tournament?
76.
1982.
2001.
1917.
1939. All right, who's in the Final Four right now?
North Carolina.
Uh-huh.
Kentucky.
No.
No. I don't know.
Oregon, South Carolina, Zaga.
Yeah, Gonzaga.
And North Carolina, South Carolina.
All right, good job. You're the first person to come. All right.
Wait a minute, let me pick you one.
Okay. Okay. Last question. What is the worst mascot in all of college sports?
Probably Syracuse. They're orange.
What's their mascot though?
It's like a big orange.
All right, give me an impression of a large orange.
Probably a horned frog.
All right, now could you do your impression of that?
I could.
Would you please?
Not bad. Not bad. All right.
Thank you very much. What is the ugliest and worst mascot in all of college sports?
Cole Phillips.
Okay, now do your impression of that.
Okay, now do your impression of that.
My life is over.
Welcome back.
The boys soccer team plays against Irving tonight in the second round of playoffs. Alana Barnes got to take a closer look.
The boys soccer team will be entering the second round of playoffs tonight against Irving.
When you get to this point in the season is not to change too much. I'm a firm believer in routine, so we're trying not to deviate too much from our normal routine at this point.
Junior Nick Garcia hopes all his efforts and hard work during practice will be evident during the game.
I've been going hard in practice every day. I want to score at least 2 goals. I scored 2 goals last game. I need to score more because I'm our forward.
Through watching film and scouting opposing players, Coach Taylor Baca hopes his strategic plans will advance them to the next round.
Watch them play once before and seen film on them a couple of times. They certainly have areas that we're going to look to attack and exploit. Their back four plays very narrow, so we're going to have a lot of space out wide, attacking the flanks. They have one kid in particular who's kind of their go-to guy, Luis Morales. He plays as a number 10 for him, lineman striker. Lefty, he's direct and fast and shoots all over the place. And I've made a point of that with the boys, and we kind of know what to expect from that one kid, and that's kind of going to be something we focus on for the next few days and on Friday night as well.
Reporting for Hawk TV, I'm Elena Barnes. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Elena. The game will be tonight at the Colony High School Stadium at 8.
Baseball plays at Marcus tonight at 7. Beth Christensen takes a closer look into the team's preparations.
With a bumpy start in district, baseball looks to improve their game for tonight's game against Marcus.
Offense has been somewhat of a struggle this year for us against good pitching, but there's ways to score without necessarily getting a bunch of hits. We got to do a better job of executing bunts and hitting runs and maybe getting better on the bases with stolen bases and things like that.
The team looks to improve their district ranking to go into playoffs with a step up.
We're trying to be that district opponent that everybody's looking at saying, oh, we don't want to play them. So we're trying to get that playoff spot early, so we're trying to punch our way along, just get to the top.
In order to accomplish their goal to become district powerhouses, Foley believes that they need to come together as one.
And that really aids in what we're doing on the field also. By having that new team bonding, we can play more as a team.
Someday it might be your job, your turn to be the hero, and the next day it might be somebody else's, but the point is you got to try to continue to work to where whatever your role is that you do it so that you can help the team win.
Reporting for Hawk TV, I'm Beth Christensen. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Beth. In other sports news, girls soccer made it to the second round of playoffs and is playing Irving Nimitz tonight at 6 at the Colony.
And softball takes on Byron Nelson at 7.
That's it for today's broadcast. I'm Hannah Mobley.
And I'm Cole Phillips. Have a great rest of your day.